Alright, so we know now, it's been confirmed by Netmarble here on the forums that the Dragonson of Wrath, the Meliodas, will indeed be the next banner. This banner is a very easy skip for a lot of you out there. Now, if you need stamina potions, or if you're really lacking on red units to use for the upcoming Crimson Demon, aka Howlix, that'll be coming after maintenance, then I guess you could go ahead and maybe do one pity summon, but this unit seemingly is coming by himself and no other really top level units, so you can really easily skip this banner if you don't need any of the things that I just previously mentioned. So this is a very easy skip. And now I personally am out of stamina potions. I'm like bone dry, so I'll probably do some summons on this banner for you guys here on the channel. If we get them, we get them. If we don't, it is what it is. But it's good for content. It's good for YouTube, obviously, for you guys out there that like to see summons. And I do need stamina. But for the rest of you, if you don't need stamina, go ahead and skip this banner, because next week's banner will probably be a lot better, because it's probably going to be Green Escanor alongside possibly Chapter 8, which I'm assuming they should bring it alongside him. So we'll see what happens next week. But yes, guys, if you're wondering, skip or summon, for a lot of you, this will be a skippable banner. Wait till next week. Otherwise, knock yourself out. But that's just my quick analysis of the banner. Now let's go ahead and talk about what they wrote here. Engulfed in Wrath, pick up draw event after the 4:14 minutes until 4:21 to be announced in a separate notice. Hero rate up the Dragonson of Wrath, Demon Meliodas, aka Red Demon Meliodas. Now this guy is going to be exceptionally good, one of the more optimal choices for the upcoming Demon Death match that we're going to be getting here after maintenance. But like I said, there are quite a few red units that we already have in the global side of the game that some of you have probably already built up that are maybe not quite as optimal, but still very, very good and will get you through it nonetheless. So you don't need to rely on pulling this unit if you don't absolutely need him for that particular death match. You can save and wait for next week for, you know, what we hope to be Green Escanor, which would make sense. Now he is on the JP side a coin shop unit, so he probably will be in the coin shop 2 weeks after his banner ends. So keep that in mind as well, guys. If you have any coins laying around, you can always pick them up later on if you really, really want him. This chart displays the base stats at UR level 60 and the special association at UR grade. So of course he is a red type. He is a demon race, attribute strength, obviously SSR. His attack is 3001, 1925 defense, and 40,060 HP. His rank 3 debuff attack on his skill 1 inflicts damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy, applies 3 ignite effects for 5 turns. So he can do some really strong damage. This is a DPS guys, definitely. His Blaze Burst is skill 2 on rank 3, goes from an attack to a debuff attack, inflicts damage equal to 360% of attack on one enemy, infects for 2 turns. Which, infect, I believe it allows them to not be able to generate HP or something of that nature. I might be a little bit incorrect. I know it's something to do with affecting HP cards or being able to recover. Something of that nature. I think it's something to do with recovery rate. Something like that. I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about in the comment section below. I can't remember off the top of my head for some reason. But it's not that great. But the attack the attack modifier itself is pretty okay. Obviously, his skill 1 is where it's all at. This is what makes him very good. The skill 1, and of course his ultimate, which is just absolutely devastating. At level 1, inflicts weak point damage equal to 440% of attack on one enemy. Now, weak point, if you guys and gals are familiar with Jericho, you know all about how weak point works. On a debuffed enemy, he does 3 times the damage, and he's doing that on his single target ult. So he does a lot of damage. That ult will nuke. It is a literal nuke. So that's why he's one of the more optimal choices for the upcoming boss. I think another solid nuker potentially for that, outside of like running Jericho or Green King, which you can run those units. I think another good one that kind of flies under the radar would be the Nunchuck SSR Bond, who could also hit that boss for a fairly good amount as well. So that's another solid DPS option if you guys have him. If you've already built him up, then you can go ahead and use him and not have to pull for this Meliodas. Wait for the better variant of him, or wait till next week for the potential arrival of Green Escanor, which is way better than this unit by comparison for his versatility in PvP. While this unit's mostly going to be used for this particular deathmatch solely. Like I said, he will have some usage in PvP, but we'll have to really see kind of how the meta shifts a little bit here with Red Demon Meliodas. Will he be a contender for being in the meta? Who knows? We'll see within a few days. Maybe he'll be a little bit better on the global side at the time of his release than maybe on JP. You know, stay tuned. We'll find out throughout the coming days. But anywho, his unique increases crit chance by 50% per dead ally. So if you do want to run him for his passive, I suggest you run him on the sub slot. That way, when he comes in, that means somebody died, which means his crit chance will be around 100% or more, depending on how your gear setup is, etc., etc. His special association, of course, is his combined attack will be with Merlin, the red Merlin, the green Merlin, and I think even eventually down the road, blue Merlin. He will pick up crit chance from that as well. So his crit chance is already going to be around like high 60s to 70%, I believe, at just base. And I think that's before Awakenings and before any kind of costume. So his crit chance is going to be very, very high. All right, and he's going to be picking up the Dark Cloud Sword as his Infinity at level 5, attack 120, crit damage plus 6%. So that is the new banner coming, guys. It is indeed Red Demon Meliodas. A lot of us pretty much already knew that. We just weren't sure if they're going to throw something else onto the banner or not. This is going to be another solo coin shop banner, unfortunately. So you guys can feel free to skip it if you'd like, or wait a week and go, or I'm sorry, skip him, or you can go in on him if you need stamina, or of course if you're aware, you're going to go for him anyways, as you guys already know. But yeah, I think the next banner is going to be better. So if you guys are in need of a really strong PvP unit, one that can handle the Kingdom and all that kind of cancer meta that we have right now, definitely consider holding out for 1 week and going for Escanor. There is no confirmation or guarantee that Escanor is coming next week, but there is a very high chance that he will be, because we all speculated that Red Demon Meliodas was coming soon, and there he is. And then we speculated that Escanor is coming, so he probably will be soon as well, especially considering we are right on the cusp of going into Chapter 8, which is the chapter that Escanor gets released on. So it's a very good indication that within 1 or 2 weeks at least, Escanor will be dropping on the global side of things. So guys, hold out, wait for him. He's a better banner. If you need a stamina, go ahead and do maybe 1 pity on this banner and then get out. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Take notifications. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you want to play the game in full screen, the link is in the description below for BlueStacks. And don't forget to comment below what you guys think about this. Are you going to go for him, or are you going to save for Escanor? What you guys think about this unit? All that and more. I'll be glad to read as many as I can. Until next time, have an awesome day as always. And I'll catch you guys all then. And don't forget to join us in the Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.